Oh, good grief. Can you hear me now? Okay. This will be the third time that I'm saying this. The first time I was on mute. The second time I hadn't even added myself to stage yet. Now here I am. Welcome everyone. How is everybody doing? I hope you're doing well. Um I'm not on camera yet. I'm finishing my dinner so we can watch the axolotls for a little bit. They're being very active, which is pretty cool. So we'll watch that for a minute. And then I learned that there's a new feature on StreamYard for notes. So I remembered to prep some notes of stuff I want to talk about so that I remember. And then afterwards, we're going to do some trivia. I have a bunch of trivia questions ready to go, and we'll be able to enjoy that. Let me have another bite of dinner. Next time, I do want to figure out a way to zoom in on this. I don't think I can do it on the. It's full size there. I don't know how. All right, let's say some hellos. Oh wait, maybe. There we go. That's a little bit better. Cool. All right, let's start from the beginning. All right, we got Zenny here. Welcome in, Zenny. Yes, Mac is always up to something, but not quite as much as Cheddar. Toonie Loon, welcome in. Cinnamon Girl, hello, hello. There's the devil. Usama, welcome in. Usama, are you still volunteering? I haven't seen you. Or maybe you volunteer on Mondays when I'm off. And are you I know you got a new job and I think you said retail. Is it in the fish business or something unrelated? Jenna P, welcome. Sketty Nona, hello. I haven't seen you in a bit. Hope you're doing well. And Steven's here. Welcome. Um. Okay, everyone's saying hi to everyone. Good time to have another bite of dinner. This stream is undercooked like Scotty's chicken. That's why I'm not done eating yet because I had to put it in the air fryer for a little bit longer. Yeah, cinnamon. These are the two that I got from ACM 2 meetings ago, I believe. November, I want to say. And they've already gotten me babies. I'm very pleased. Okay. The noodles are not crunchy. I personally like them not mushy, not crunchy, right in between. I don't know what that would be called. These are slightly mushier than I would prefer, but not bad by any means. Usama, I did Alfredo and tomato sauce mixed together with some seasonings in the crock pot with pasta. And then I made some chicken breast as well to go with it. I'll tell you, I'm very pleased with my recent cooking habits. I'm doing better and better. J. Anna? I did not say that. Cosmin, welcome in. Cosmin, how'd you do with the snow? I have not left the property. I will, unfortunately, tomorrow morning. Um, Usama says no longer at the aquarium. Oh, so you're not volunteering either. Okay. And not fish related, but wants to get back into it. We'll have to keep our eyes open for you. What about that? The let me think here. The aquarium store near you. The what's it called? Aquarium Center. You know some people there, don't you? Matt's here. Hi, Matt. He's a nice guy. Dude, did you reuse a scheduled live or something? No, I created a new one around 11 or 12 probably. And it showed up on Fish Fan Link. I confirmed that. I didn't have to add it. It was already there. Did the Discord notification go out? It did not. What's wrong with it? That's different. I want some dark ones. I have leucistic, but want some different colors. I want leucistic. I plan on setting up the 55-gallon as a second axolotl tank, and I think I want to put leucistic in there. Snow is funny. I drive over it, waiting for neighborhood kids to knock on my door to shovel for $5. Nice. I've applied so many times and maybe been interviewed twice, but nothing, so I just stopped applying there. That's a shame. Don't you know people there? Oh, thank you, Zenny. You are one of the best assistants that Matt has. Isn't that an adorable picture of Mac? Has a fish that looks just like him. I think the one that is currently on the right is the female. And I think she's full of eggs. Would you even call Zen a nice lady? Yes, Zenny is a very nice lady. Rusama says two. One works at the aquarium now. Oh, I wonder who that is. The other don't really talk much with her, so yeah. They know me, I'm a regular, but I don't know. I know the owner can be a bit difficult to work with, but yeah. I have heard that. I've never been in that store though. All right, I'm almost done. while I'm finishing, has anyone had a Ring doorbell that just stopped working? My backdoor Ring doorbell just randomly shut off. I tried charging it, nothing. I can't get it to turn on. Um, it gets power when it's plugged in, but won't turn on. I'm not sure what's going on with it. Usama says it's a great store, though. Do recommend going there. They have a wide selection of fresh water and salt water. Yeah, but it's in New Jersey, and New Jersey's very gross. I really don't like New Jersey. Jose, welcome in. How you doing, sir? Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a bit. I hope you're doing well. Jose's a nice guy. It was nice to be able to meet him. We just installed the Simply Safe doorbell. Ring doorbells aren't reliable anymore, and there are some issues with them, so didn't go with that. I love my Ring cameras. I have the back door, the front door. I have two in the living room, one in here, and two in the basement, I think. And I want to add one more, which I might have. Do I have it? No, I don't have it yet. I really like them. The next feature I want to get is or look into. I would like to get smoke and CO alarms that send notifications to my phone. I think that would be cool. Usama's here and not gross. We can go together. That still requires me driving in New Jersey. And that's gross. Like, it has been so nice not having to go to New Jersey for 3 days. I'm dreading it tomorrow morning. And work has been so freaking busy, it's not even funny. It is terrible. But to be optimistic, it's job security. I think. I hope. All right. The number just jumped up. I'm up to 17 people. It says, "Welcome everyone." Sorry for the delay. I'm finishing up my dinner, and I'll be on in a second. I have a lot of stuff written down that for us to talk about, and then the second half we'll do some trivia. That's a lot of doorbells. They're not door. There are only two are doorbells. The rest are just cameras. Switch to Wise. You will thank me. I'm sure I would thank you, but I have so many of these. I don't want to get rid of them. You can get away with no subscription, but if you want it only 100 a month, 100 a year. Okay, that's better. Yeah, but I have I've invested in this system now, so I don't want it to go to waste. Foxy, welcome. Foxy, look, You'll love what's on the screen. I got 2 axolotls there for you. They were in the front too. I heard it was closed 2 days ago. It was closed yesterday and today. But that does not mean my work is done, unfortunately. Frogs, fish, and more. Diane, I don't know if I said hi to you. Hello and welcome. 2 days. Yep, that is accurate. Yes, Nancy needs to hurry up. Where is Nancy? Maybe she's still clearing off her car. Can you drop your link with format changes confusing at times? What is your first name? Professor Fish Tanks is Usama. He owns Atlantic Aquariums. If a mod wants to drop that link for him, an online business. He was at the Keystone Clash as well, and he streams every once in a great moon. Unlimited devices, 100 a year. You don't want Ring. It's owned by Amazon. I don't care who it's owned by. They all have their ups and downs. As long as I like the product, that's all that matters to me. Look at that belly. Yep. Looking a little full, don't you think? Jody, welcome in, lurking and making meatballs. Nice. Yummy. Beto, welcome in. How you doing? What place is that, Scotty? Are you talking about where Usama works? Atlantic Aquariums. It's an online business that he has, and he was at the Clash. Hey, there's Linky. Zenny dropped the link. And there's Nancy. She heard us talking. Love the channel. How long have you been doing this? Oh, she's such a nice lady. What if I told you Amazon's built a nationwide network using your internet and your devices and giving you nothing for it, and they now share data with Block? I believe it. I believe it. And there's the link from Zenny. Thank you. You have no idea what you're a part of now, and it's not good. I believe that. Know where you work. Oh, at the Jersey Aquarium. Lily thought your axolotls were mine and ran to the tank to see what they were doing. Oh, that's adorable. Cosmin, I have not been there. I called them. Today's Monday. I called them Saturday, and they did not have blackworms in. They are hoping to get them in on Thursday. So I haven't been there in a long time, and I do want blackworms, so I'll try Friday, hopefully. I think I could make it there maybe. So I'm gonna try Friday. I want to get blackworms for these guys, and yeah. However, I do not buy fish from there. Their fish do not seem to be healthy, in my opinion, and I don't like their setups. I did hear that he found a buyer, but I'll believe that when I see it, and we'll see what happens. All right. That was delicious. All right. You know what? I'm gonna. I'm just gonna keep my camera off for now because I think watching the axolotls is cooler, to be honest with you. All right. Nobody has blackworms by me. Yeah, very few here. I mean, I don't even have that many stores around here, but the banana and grindleworms have been holding it down. The places near me don't have those either. Very difficult to get, and I could use some of both. And yeah. I thought you were going early, and there was going to be trivia. Well, you see, Nancy, my start time is at 7 p.m. my time, and I started at 6. However, I was finishing my dinner, and I just finished, and we're going to go over my list of stuff that I have, because I learned that StreamYard has a notes section now, which is perfect, and then we're going to do some trivia after that, and everyone's goal is to try and beat Zen. Can I make my pasta on the stove faster than Scotty made his pasta? Probably, but mine was pretty darn good, though. All right. Let's get started. Notes. All right. So, a lot has been going on, and I purposely did not talk about it all yesterday when I streamed because I wanted to be able to provide some new information for you all. So the saltwater tank situation, I still have the little tank. I think it's like a 13-gallon Fluval or whatever it is. It's doing well. Very happy with it. And then I finally completely finished emptying out the 55-gallon saltwater tank. It is empty. It is in the basement. I still got to take the stand down. It absolutely sucked draining that thing and carrying it down the steps by myself. I was not happy about that, but I did get that done. And I finished draining the unknown size tank. Maybe it's a 38, maybe. The 46 glass top does not fit on it, so it's smaller than that. But I'm pretty confident it's bigger than a 36. I need to get some measurements and try to figure it out. But I finished draining that and emptying that out as well. And I have now set that up in the living room in its place. It has a nicer stand that looks better in the living room. Now I just need to get a darn lid that fits it. I struggle with getting lids of the right size. It's terrible. So I set that up. I got to add a little bit more water to it. And I have 3 power heads in it, so I have excellent circulation in it. I have live sand on the bottom, a decent amount of live rock. Ultimately, I'll probably get 3 more pieces of live rock for it, at least. I am a firm believer of the more live rock, the better. Um, and down the road, I'll probably get, I'm thinking some type of internal filter. I'm not positive yet, but um, I I've had tanks with just power heads and live rock, and they have done very well. I think I might want to do something slightly more than that for this one, but I really want to minimize the salt creep, the maintenance on it. Um, so we'll see what I can do. We'll see. I got to figure it out. Gina had recommended an internal filter. I got to scroll back in my chat with her and figure out what it was because I forget already. But we'll figure something out. But overall, the tank is looking really good. The light that was on the 55 that was way too small for it is the, uh-oh, there we go. The tank that was on the 55 and was way too small is the perfect size for this tank. So it looks really good. I'm excited for it. I'm going to finish it up, start adding some coral to it and some livestock. Um, and I'll end up setting up a camera on that probably as well so that people can see it. I have, by doing that, I created space because this tank has a smaller footprint than the 55. So now I had room next to it for the litter robot that I bought. I finally got the litter robot set up, and the cats are using it and doing very well with it. Um, I left the old one set up next to it, the regular litter box next to it, because I wanted them to get used to it and everything. They're using both now, so now I have a total of 4 litter boxes in this house for 2 cats, and they don't need that many. So we're gonna start eliminating 1 or 2. Um, yeah, I really like the little robot. It's working out very well. It's making my life so much easier. And as long as they don't do anything crazy when I remove 1 or 2 of the litter boxes, I will say it was definitely a good investment for sure. To the extent that if everything goes well, I would consider getting a second one for upstairs. If I could go down to 2 litter boxes, 2 litter robots, and no other litter boxes, I would be a very happy man. Very happy man. Um, and I'd also say that that would be definitely, even if I could do 2 litter robots and 1 litter box, I would consider getting a third cat. I've had the itch for that anyway. Um, okay, let's see here. What was he struggling to carry? A 5 gallon whip. Hi, welcome. It's so nice to see you. Did you work today? And is it still freezing there? And no, a 55 gallon tank. I was struggling by myself, but I did it, and I didn't even break it. Osama says it's very hard to avoid salt creep. Yeah. Um, does anyone have any recommendations on what to use to clean salt creep so I can try to keep up with it? Laura, welcome in. What did I want to ask Laura? Let me think here. Um, hmm, I forget. But welcome in. So now you're regretting paying all that money for it. So now you're regretting paying all that money for it anymore. Not regretting. No, I am not regretting it. They are using it. I mean, I when I purchased it, some life stuff happened, and it was definitely the absolute worst timing ever. Literally the day after, but it's working nice. I like it. Flip says I work every day. Nice. You're not regretting it. I can type. There you go. I use a razor blade to scrape all salt off tanks. Yeah, I guess that's the best. All right. Let's go to notes. So we talked about saltwater tank. Can delete that. We talked about litter robot and the 55. So the 55 gallon, it has a metal stand. I think I'm going to set it up in the basement, and I think I'm going to set it up as a axolotl tank. And look at that. They're so cool. I can wash these things all day long. Is that the female? I mean, look how chunky she is. Maybe there'll be some more eggs coming. So yeah, I think I want to set up as an axolotl tank. Foxy, how many axolotls could I put in a 55? That would be cool. I really hate the footprint of the 55. So I'm thinking something that I don't have to do a lot of maintenance to, don't want to aquascape. Like, I think this is probably a good setup for axolotls, what I have going on here. There's 2 sponge filters in there. Hornwort, Java moss. They seem to be doing pretty decent, I think. Let's see here. Let's go over to chat. Meta AI is not my friend today. I'm sorry to hear that. Laura says, my lowboy saltwater tank, which I love. That's amazing. Up and running now. Nice. Clownfish will appreciate more room. It's 30 gallons versus 10 gallons. They're still little. Yeah, that's awesome. That's a I love lowboy tanks. I got T-Rex arms, so it's nice. You're taking very good care of the Lottles. They look happy and healthy. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. And yes, that is the female. Awesome. I wonder when the eggs will come. Is there any way to tell that? Probably not. But I'm getting the hang of it. We'll talk about that in a minute. I just want to catch up in chat. They are swimming a lot. Yeah. They go through spurts. They'll just hang out a lot, and then other times they'll be very active. The light just came on a little bit ago. Yeah. Look at that. You need a 75 gallon. That's just too big. I mean, I used to have a 125, but it's hard to take care of. 3 or 4, depending on their temperament. Okay. She has the zoomies. Nice. So axolotl babies. So these guys gave me eggs. I collected probably 30 to 50 eggs out of the tank, and I kept approximately 10 to 12, and then I shipped the rest to Foxy overnight. However, they took almost a week to get there, but she was able to get 4 of them to hatch, I believe, right, Foxy? And I believe they're doing well. Out of the 10 or 12 I had, I think it was 10 that hatched. I lost approximately 2 right away. They only lasted a day or 2. And then I lost 2 more since then. So I currently have 6, and they seem to be doing well. I sent Foxy pictures of them today. They seem to be doing pretty well, I believe. And 4 of them I'm going to be taking to ACM for BAP points. The other 2 I am going to probably raise up and try to sell. or we'll see. I want to see what they look like and stuff like that, you know. And then I want to probably the next time they give eggs again. I know Laura said she wants some. Um, and Foxy, I'm sure, wants more. And I will also try to raise some more up for BAP points at other clubs and potentially to sell as well. However, for the 55-gallon tank, I think I want to try leucistic. Um, I like and maybe copper as well. I don't know. We'll see. Um, the hardest part of the raising these babies, one would think, especially with me, would be water changes. However, I'm doing really good with the water changes. That's not the issue. I'm doing at least a water change a week, if not two. And there's even been a week, I think, where I did three. Um, so we're doing really good with those. And as time goes on, I'm making the setup better and better. I got shoe boxes set up with airlines and air stones going to them. I gotta drill some more lids for the airlines just so it looks cleaner. Um, and ultimately, I do want to set up some more of those. Um, and then the other thing I'm going to do is convert the air stones to miniature sponge filters. Um, I think would also help with that, just to make it easier and easier. Um, the other thing I'm considering is using beverage dispensers um, down the road for them as well, because then it has the drain on the bottom and it will just make it easier for doing um, water changes. So I think, you know, making it easier, um, it will make it easier to do water changes. The sponge filters will be more beneficial than just an air stone, and it will just help the quality that's going on. Um, However, the hardest part, like I was saying, is the live foods. So, as babies, they need live foods because they want to chase it. And I got a banana worm culture, and it never produced anything. I don't know what I did to screw it up. When I got it, it had that shimmer. I know it was doing well. But yeah, I could not get it to take off. I was not able to harvest. Maybe once a smidge, but that's about it. The um um it definitely started to crash when things got busy at work. Yesterday I tried to pick a get a culture out of it and put it on some new substrate. We'll see what happens. Ultimately, I think I'm going to need more. The um, live baby brine shrimp, I've been doing pretty decent with, but again, sometimes work gets too busy. And I'm, you know, not only the full time job, but I work two part-time jobs as well. The one not so much, but the other one almost full-time hours at the country club. I get anywhere from 20 to 30 hours there. Um, and you know, I really like it there. I'm not complaining. The money's excellent. But a lot of times I'll leave the house at 8 a.m. and I won't get back until 10:30 at night. And in the morning, I'm rushing as it is. I'm not a morning person. And seldomly do I go in the basement in the morning. I have a couple times just to feed the babies. And a lot of times when I get home, I am so exhausted that I also don't feel like going down in the basement. Um, and yeah, so I have not been able to do the baby brine shrimp as much as I would like to and need to. Then the other aspect is I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Um, so, but sometimes when I do a hatch of baby brine shrimp, it goes great. Sometimes it does not. I don't know what the difference is. I'm thinking it might be the eggs that I have. So I'm gonna finish up the eggs that I have. Um, but the next batch is co-op eggs. We'll see if that goes better. I don't know. I it's very frustrating. I have Daphnia that is starting to. This is the longest I've been able to keep Daphnia alive. I usually suck at it. Um, but I am getting some um um out of them, and I've gotten some baby Daphnia that I gave to the babies. Not enough to sustain it for them, but I have been getting some. So I don't know what else there is that I can be feeding the babies. Um, I'm hoping I can slowly start free frozen food for them. Um, yeah, let me catch up and chat. Let's see here. Cinnamon says, "Where were the eggs?" At least I think that's what she meant to say. Um, they were on the right side there in the Java moss, is for the most part where they were. Um, the hornwort was more to the right as well, so there were some in the hornwort as well. Um, so yeah, it was pretty fascinating. I've never seen them before. Um, Usually, anytime I've seen axolotl eggs is when they're already picked and Foxy's doing an egg watch. So it was very entertaining, and watching the development of them was fascinating. It was an amazing experience. And yeah, I'm looking forward to doing it again, especially now that I'm getting more experienced with it. It's not my first time. So Foxy said yes, 4 made it and are doing great. Laura says, I don't have axolotls at my house now. Mine died from male biting her. Oh, wow. So he with the Latoya now, but hoping for eggs or maybe can get another baby at the swap. Laura, I definitely got you when I get some eggs. How are they able to stay in place without paddling? They swallow air. Cinnamon wants some. Hint, hint. I got you. I mean, cinnamon. The 4 babies will be in this next auction. But if you want eggs, we can do that too. Over here on the East Coast, you guys are closer, so hopefully shipping doesn't go to hell like it did with Foxy. Sponges go so much further. Good to know. Good, good, good. Scotty, axolotls get way too big for the depth of the 55-gallon. Foxy will tell you. Now, Laura says, my 20-gallon long that holds all the ice bins for fish babies would be perfect, and I grow Daphnia and have tons of baby brine shrimp eggs, so I'm set. Nice. I had 3 axolotls in my 40 breeder, so those a good size for them. A 55 would be okay for axolotls. GFP, I don't know what that means, can get bigger, but basic besties stay a hair under 12 inches. A 60 breeder would be a better footprint, but 55s are okay for a small colony. I have 3 in my 42. Nice. What are the banana worms temperature at? I think they need to be low, like 55-ish. Really? I mean, that could be the issue because the room is, well, I can tell you, I have thermometers in there. Well, their tank right now is at 65. So I think the room is probably 68 or 69 would be my guess. I did not know they needed to be cooler though. That could be an issue. Big Steve, welcome in. How you doing, sir? I've had my 2 Daphnia colonies since June. Yeah, I gotta get better with it. Our pet store uses a 50 low boy for their axes. I love it. That's a nice footprint. Like I said earlier, I love the low boys. They'll either burp or fart it out later, Bago. Nice. It's addicting, Scotty. Yes, it is. My internet cut out. Did you ask about food? Yeah, I just so I was talking about the my food challenges and the struggles with the baby brine shrimp, and I'm just trying to figure out what else I can feed the babies right now. That's still my struggle. Is I'm doing a lot better with the baby brine shrimp, but not good enough in my opinion. Um, I just know how important the feeding is when they're so young. Um, so that's my issue. I'm just trying to do better. GFP means the glow ones. Okay. Um, I like Foxy's grow out setup with a sump. I'll have to check her channel and look at that some more. I have a Dean setup for my baby fish. Nice. The devil's ready for trivia. Let's look at my notes. I think I still got more to talk about. Watching these is really making me want some. Nice. All right. So we talked about the live foods and the axolotl babies. Um, Corey Doris. So I did a big top off with cold water before the storm. I have been feeding live baby brine shrimp to them and grindle worms. And I have not seen any eggs. I added a mop. I have not checked it yet. But any other tricks? I have never, to my knowledge, bred corridors. I have at least 3 different types, four different types. And yeah, it's frustrating. Cosmin says the only time I had baby brine shrimp hatch issues is when I used non-dechlorinated water. Non-dechlorinated. I thought you were supposed to use non-dechlorinated. You're supposed to use dechlorinated? I wonder if that's the issue. What's your struggles with brine shrimp? Um, that's the problem. I don't know what the issue is. I'm just not always getting good hatches. I always do the same method. I'm not sure what the issue is. Yeah. I wouldn't be comfortable if nose and tail can touch the glass front and back, but maybe that's just me. I just received a 50 low boy. Nice. Not sure what's going in there. Nice. I'm not hitting the like until trivia happens. Good grief. I suck with helping cultures alive, so I only feed baby brine shrimp. Others use white worms, microworms, Daphnia. So, like, some of these Daphnia, it's Daphnia magna, look big. Like, do I need to worry about Daphnia being too big for the babies? And then on the flip side, do I need to worry about the microworms being too small for them? And white worms for the babies. I mean, some white worms are as long as the baby. This icy snow symbol. Yeah, this snow is insane. To be off work, or well, I was scheduled off one of the days, but for work to be closed 2 days is crazy. So there's two things in life that I'm not supposed to do anymore since I had a heart attack: change a tire and shovel snow. Unfortunately, I had to shovel snow yesterday and today. Initially, in the beginning, it was not that bad. I mean, I started probably around 10 or 11 yesterday, and every couple hours I went out to keep up with it. I would start my car while I shovel to help keep the car clear, and I put down a crap ton of ice melt, especially towards the end because it was switching to ice, which is even worse. But as it started to switch over, it was getting heavier and heavier. Um, I also did not touch the front until today because I was hoping the neighbors would do it, but they're useless. In fact, I was doing it and she was complaining about where I was putting the snow. She can, never mind. Anyway, so yeah, I went out to do that, and it was heavy and it was thick. It sucked. But I'm worried about the cold that's coming. Um, it's going down to the single digits, and this house is not very well insulated. Um, it's something I need to pay more attention to and figure out what to do with it. Um, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I want to do, but I need to insulate the basement better. The shrimp room, I don't know what I'm going to do with. And I just need to try and lower the electric bill a bit because it's my electric bill. I just got $500, $499, and yeah, it sucks. Well, it's electric and gas, but still. Um, I've learned Corys have to be a lot older than you think to lay eggs. Okay, maybe. Um, I've been looking on Facebook Market for a wine cooler to keep my worms for the summer. All right. Never done Corey's either. Brine shrimp issues, in my opinion, are always because of shitty eggs. That is possible. Chlorine helps, but I use well water and get good hatches. Huh. Use dechlorinated water and add a small heater. I got the small heater in there. Yep. I use this as well. Otherwise, they take over 48 hours to hatch, and hatch rate is small. Yeah, I have a heater in it. I think it's like 80 degrees, and I usually check around 24 hours. John, Select Pet, welcome in. They are half body and half fin. Oh, wait, okay. So they are given a bit of grace with room. They tend to stay curled in caves or put on an angle to strike at food. Yep. What kind of babies are we talking about? Axolotls. If food is the same size or smaller than the head, it's safe to feed. Okay. Does that include in length? Because, like, a white worm is pretty long. Small heater, 80 degrees, and as a hatcher. That's what I'm doing. But I have not been putting dechlor in the water. So I wonder if I should do that. Get a flamethrower to clear the snow. That's a good idea. I like that. I didn't open my front door until about an hour ago. Yeah. To Brian. Who is your emergency contact? Like, who do we call to check on you if you hurt yourself shoveling snow? Um, Maybe my sister, maybe, or Samantha and Brent. Probably better luck with Samantha and Brent. Is he gonna make me start asking him trivia questions again? I'm getting ready to get started. I'm almost on my list. I got one for Scotty. What video game has popularized axolotls? I have no clue. They'll chew it up and give it the death shake. Babies will do that? Okay, that helps. That helps a lot. Do you know what video games are? Yes, Nancy. I do. I used to have a Nintendo, a Sega Genesis. I never owned an Atari, but I played Atari. Um, I think downstairs in the closet, I actually have a box of like, I think they're PlayStations. I forget where I got them from. I think it was like a garage sale for like $5, but there's like two or three systems in there. I've never tried connecting them. I don't know how, but I should sell those. I'm close enough to Scotty to check on him, but not close enough to help if he's already dying. Yes, Cosmin is very close. That's a good point. Minecraft. I've heard of Minecraft. I would have guessed Animal Crossing. I've heard of that as well. Um, they do it starting at 3 weeks, the little monsters. Well, that's good to know because I do have some. They're either Grendels or Whites. I forget. Smallest axolotl I ever got was one that just got its arms. I fed it bloodworms until redworms were doable. Huh. Big Steve, drop it $5 for a life alert fund. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. I got my cell phone. All right, let's see what's next on the list here. Talked about that. We talked about that and that. All right, here's a question for everyone. I have an immersed bin with springtails. How do I catch springtails? I want to try feeding them to. Why are they still plowing? Oh, that's a fire truck plowing. What's going on out there? I wonder where they're going. Interesting. Let me look at my phone. Um, hmm. Where are they going? I don't have anything. That was really strange. Hmm. It looked like a fire department truck plowing, but there's nothing on the call log. I don't know. Anyway, so I have an immersed bin with springtails, and I mean, there's millions of them in there. But how do I catch them? They look tiny enough that I want to try feeding them to the baby axolotls. They look to be the perfect size, but I don't know how to catch them. I tried putting like a little petri dish with some fish food, and I wet it. But as of a couple hours ago, they're not interested. Okay, scroll up. Um, Scotty, do you have posters of yourself you sign and ship? No. Nancy was very interested in one for her B-Day that's coming up. Oh, boy. But don't take axolotl advice from me. I didn't know what I was doing. I don't know what I'm doing either. Tweezers. You got to be quicker than that. Tweezers for springtails? Good grief. Bloodworms are fine at that age, John. Sometimes they need to be cut smaller, but they generally do well with them. I got a ton of babies right now. Annette wants you to send her a signed poster for her birthday next month. She's just pretending she wants to get it for me because she's shy. Probably. I tap them on to another container with a little water in it and pour them where I want them. Hmm. I don't know. I'll try. I don't know. Um, I wanted to mention that coming up on, is it April 18th, I want to say? Yes, no. April 19th is the NEC spring auction. And I think it's going to be a pretty good time. I went to their fall auction and it was awesome. Um, a lot of good people there, and people from Fish Fam were there. I think there's going to be even more people from Fish Fam at this one because of the location will be more ideal, I think. Um, it's going to be a little closer to where a lot of people are. Um, it's an all day auction. There were a lot of lots and a lot of quality lots. There's some good breeders in the Northeast, and some stuff that you normally don't see in club auctions, in my experience. So I think if you're in the area, it's worth the drive, I think. The other thing exciting coming up is in a couple of weeks, the ACM meeting. Jacob Waters is going to be speaking. He's a good shrimp guy. He judged shrimp at the Clash. Oh, here it comes. I want to see what this is. Hold on. Oh, this this girl's on her loudspeaker in the ambulance, telling these people to back up. Oh yeah, they got a victim in there. Okay, interesting. I wonder where they were. So she's gone the wrong way on a one-way street, making all the cars back out of the way, yelling at them on the loudspeaker to back up. Pretty awesome. Okay. So I was right with my. It was a fire department plow truck. I still want to know where they were though. Why is it not on the call log? The 18, A10. It's not that one. It's not that one. Nope. Not that one. Hmm. Yeah, I don't see it. That's weird. So yeah, Jacob Waters, good guy. He was recommended as a judge by Grant for the Clash. And let me look at if there's anything new in the auction. I don't think so. Nothing new, but they're already up to 29 lots and some really good stuff. I'm looking forward to this meeting. All right. That is the end of my list. Let me catch up in chat here. Just put a piece of cucumber or zucchini and let them get on it. I'll try that. What auction? The ACM auction. Oh, wait. The NEC. I was talking about the NEC annual auction on April 19th, whatever that Sunday is. It should be a really good auction. Matt just took the dogs for a walk. Laura says he my shrimp buddy. Yep. Oh, garlic bread. That sounds yummy. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to run downstairs and grab a cup of banana wine, and we're going to get started with the trivia. So watch the axolotls for a minute. I'll be right back. All right. And you know what? This is Monday with Mac, and we haven't had Mac on the camera yet. Let's see here. Hmm. Okay, but wait, I want to put this one. Oh God, what did I just do? Oh no. Oh God. What the heck did I just do? How do I undo it? Oh no. Okay, there we go. All right, hold on. How do I? There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Now, why is it so small on my screen? How did I screw this up? Okay. I think we're getting better. Okay. Perfect. I think. Yes, this should be good. All right. So, we are going to do some trivia. We have multiple categories that were selected by Jenna, Lillian, Stephen, Zenny, Nancy from Tennessee, and the Devil. They are in no specific order. They're mixed up. And the winner, I don't know what the winner gets. We'll figure that out later. And somebody needs to keep score. Okay. Let's have some wine. Delicious. Made by the Farrells. Has anyone talked to them? I don't think they stream anymore. All right. Has anyone used the teleprompter thing? Display your notes as a scrolling overlay on screen, visible only to you. Let's try it. Oh, cool. Wow, that's pretty nice. I like this. All right. First question. What is the most popular dog breed in the United States? There's nothing in chat. There we go. It jumped. Chat froze for a second. Good grief. Cosmin says retriever. Devil says lab. Big Steve says lab. Zenny says lab. Laura says lab. Tooney says French bulldog. Steven says golden retriever. Big Steve says golden retriever. Big Steve says pit bull. Zenny says terrier, chihuahua, mutt, ankle biter. The correct answer is Labrador retriever. Do we accept lab as the correct answer? Or retriever? If we accept retriever, Osmond was the winner. If we accept lab, the devil was the winner. Okay. I tried to type Labrador and it swiped LaBouffe. Lab, no to the retriever. I meant golden, but wanted to get there first, so I don't get the points. Either is correct. There's multiple retrievers. My screen says I got in before Annette, dang it. Next question. Which pop star's real name, and I'm just going to say the last name, Germanata. Lady Gaga. Toonie Loon got it. Someone keeping points? What breed is known for having a blue-black tongue? Chat must be frozen because nobody's saying a word. And then in a minute, it will jump and I'll have a bunch of answers on the screen. Come on, chat. I still have nothing. There we go. And then now I got a million answers. All right, let's scroll up. Zenny says chow. Nancy says chow. Toonie says chow chow. Jenna says chow chow. Devil says heller. Steven says giraffe. Zenny says chow chow. I'm paying about 30% attention. Weird how many people know the color of a dog's tongue. So the correct answer is chow chow. However, this chat thingy that I got these questions from says chow chow and then in parentheses and Sharpei. So I will accept chow chow as an answer. And the first person to say chow chow was Toonie Loon. Who was the first woman to debut at number one on the Billboard Hot 100? Waiting for it to jump. I wonder if it's because I have the axolotls going. Let's turn them off. Let's see if that helps. There we go. It's crazy how it does this. Now I gotta scroll up. Zenny says Madonna. The devil says Britney Spears. That is correct. The devil finally got a point. What sea animal has blue blood? Oh, all right. It's working now. The devil says jellyfish. That is not correct. Jenna says octopus. Um, Big Steve says horseshoe crab. Devil says squid. That's better. My phone froze and I was lurking and couldn't figure out why Scotty was quiet. Then he said lobster. Here's the Meta's fish room. Oh, that must be Chris. Hi, Chris. Welcome. Says horseshoe crab. Toonie says horseshoe crab. Nancy says picklefish. John says multiple. So here's what the chat thingy said. Horseshoe crabs, in parentheses, and octopus squid due to copper-based blood. So I'm going to say that Jenna gets the point because she said octopus. What is the fastest dog breed? This should be an easy one. Laura said Greyhound first, and she is correct. Laura gets the point. What is the scientific name for the domestic dog? Scientific name for the domestic dog. I've never heard of this one, so it's kind of fascinating. Does nobody know, or is my chat frozen again? Is it going to jump at the last minute? Hmm. Come on, computer. Somebody say something in chat. I have a suspicion it's just frozen. I can't picture you guys being quiet for 3 minutes. Let me try doing this. No? All right, John messaged me. Thank you, John. Let's give it a minute for my computer to catch up. That means it's not working for me, it's working for you. So just give it a minute. Let me try clicking away and clicking back, see if that helps. That did not help. Let me try. There we go. Okay. Um Oh God, I'm way behind in chat. Okay, hold on. All right. Okay. Zenny says canis. Devil says puppy. Nancy says canine. Toonie says canister familiaris. That's close. Steven says canis domesticus. Canis. Okay, Toonie corrected herself with canis familiaris. Um, she's very, very close. And then John does it correctly with canis lupus familiaris. That is the correct answer. Okay. Go back. I don't think Scotty should get to ask questions that he questions the answers. They should at least sound right to him. Um, maybe ChatGPT doesn't make up the best trivia. Yeah. Um, on my side, if I toggle to live chat and back, it fixes any freeze. Try that next time you can. So I did do between live and starred, and it did not work. And then I did banners to comments, and that did not work. Um, yeah, but I turned my camera off, and that seemed to help. So we'll try that. What song helped launch Shania Twain's crossover success in 1997? Zenny says Feel Like a Woman. That is not the correct answer. Jenna says Still the One. That is the correct answer. Still the One is the correct answer. That's a point for Jenna. What dog breed has a sixth toe known as a double dewclaw? What dog breed has a sixth toe known as a double dewclaw? Jenna says Great Pyrenees, and that is the correct answer. I think Jenna's up to 3 points. Which movie taught us on Wednesdays we wear pink? And if you say what year it is, you'll get an extra point. Oh, here it comes. Let's see here. Steven with Mean Girls got it first. Look at that. Steven gets a point, and Chris gets a point for guessing the year. And I think that's from the category that the devil picked, and she didn't even answer it. Good grief. Okay. Which artist was the first to win the CMA Entertainer of the Year award 3 consecutive times during the early 90s? This one, Nancy should be getting this one correct. Nancy is not correct, but Jenna got it first. Wow, can you believe that? Nancy picked the topic and Jenna got it right. What is the largest coral reef system in the world? What is the largest coral reef system in the world? Stephen with Great Barrier Reef. That is correct. That is correct. Stephen with another point. All right, here's one that I think the devil picked this category, maybe. Then he says, "Okay, I for real give up. I can't evergreen abbreviate faster or type even." Chris, try refreshing or get faster internet like Steven. Like Nancy said. All right. This next category, or that this question's from, is just stupid. Okay. Which Gen 1 Pokemon is lighter than air according to the Pokédex? Oh, did it freeze again? It's still, my chat is still frozen. Any minute it's going to jump. Or nobody knows the answer to Pokemon. I'm toggling between all the different screens. Nothing's happening. Let's turn the camera on and off again. Oh, I can't. I turned off OBS. Never mind. I closed OBS thinking that that would help. It has not. Maybe it's the show comments on stage that's causing the issue. Actually, I should look. Are the comments there? I can't see. Yeah, that's frozen too. Look at that. What the heck? Let's try turning that off. Still nothing. Is it the teleprompter? Maybe that's causing the issue. Let's turn that off. There we go. 27 messages I have to read. Good grief. All right, here we go. Jenna's internet is just a hair faster. Chris is getting giped. Refresh or switch from all messages to top chat or vice versa. I'm on StreamYard, so I don't have that. Oh, we got to figure out the answer too. What was the answer on this one? Let me see here. Okay. The answer is ghastly. And the first person was Chris. Chris got one. The devil picked this topic and didn't even get it right. Annette is wheezing. I don't know why. Turn cam on again. I'm with Mystery Sound Guardian. Coughing sounds right. Just sounds funny enough to be true. Do you have another device to pull up the chat in live? I could do that. He can't see your good questions then. It looks like Scotty needs better internet. I agree. Oh crap, I got water running later. Okay. I don't know if that's good or bad. Maybe eventually though. All right. All right, next question. What was the first country album to be certified diamond, meaning 10 million copies sold? Let me pull up YouTube on my phone and pull up YouTube on my phone. Yeah, see, I'm seeing it on the phone. It's not on my screen. All right, I need to switch. What? This is weird. Why can't I switch between? Oh no, what I do? Okay, hold on. Here, I need to switch. Chat filter, all messages. Okay. Okay, Nancy says Shania Twain. I forget what the answer is. Notes. Okay, it is not Shania Twain. It is not George Strait. It's not the Beatles. Woman in Me. Nope. Garth. I need more than that, Zenny. Thunder Rolls. No. Walk the Line. Garth. Nope. Double Live. Garth Brooks. Nope. Chris Gaines. No. Elvis. No. Wanted by the Outlaws. No. Come on, Nancy. You picked this topic. I don't think anyone's going to get a point on this one. I am not seeing the correct answer. The correct answer is No Fences by Garth Brooks. Okay, next one. Annette, here you go. Which Pokemon is said to never show itself to humans? And Chris got it first with Mew. Good job, Chris. Which reality show followed Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie? Toonie Loon got it first with Simple Life. Who produced many of the biggest neo-traditional country hits of the late 80s, including Randy Travis and George Strait records? I'll read it again. Who produced many of the biggest neo-traditional country hits of the late 80s, including Randy Travis and George Strait records? Hillbilly Records. Again, this topic was requested by Nancy from Tennessee. I don't even see a guess from Nancy. Come on, Nancy. You picked this topic. All right. You asked Chat GPT for the dumbest questions. I read out loud to you what I typed in. The correct answer was Kyle Lenning. Nobody got that one. All right. I believe this is a Pokemon topic. Which move can freeze and never thaw naturally? The three of you have close correct answers, but not the correct answer yet. You all got the ice part correct. It's the second one. Vanilla Ice. That's a band. And see, the problem is, I know nothing about Pokemon other than Pikachu's in it to be able to tell if what ChatGPT said is exactly Ice Beam. There we go. John got it. Ice Beam is correct. All right. Um, which artist has alter egos? An example of one of them is Sasha Fierce. Zenny got it. Beyonce. I love these guesses. Good job, Zenny. What boy band included Harry Styles? Jenna got it. I see her first. One Direction. All right, back to Pokey something. Which stat determines critical hit rate? I don't see what Chat GPT wants the answer to be. What or which stat determines critical hit rate? John with speed. That is correct. Speed is the answer, according to this. Uh, which sea creature is known for changing its color to blend in? Jenna with the correct answer of cuttlefish. However, oh, wait. Stand by. It says the cuttlefish, in parentheses, also octopus and squid. So I think Nancy from Tennessee actually got it first with squid. Which Pokemon was cloned first by Team Rocket? I see Steven got it first. Steven's good with Pokemon, giving Chris a run for his money. Meanwhile, the devil who picked the topic ain't even here. Which perfume was the signature scent of the early 2000s? The name is worth 1 point, and the person is worth another point. Channel 5 is not the correct answer. John Select Pet got it correct, and I'm a little concerned why. Curious by Britney Spears. What is the deepest point in the ocean called? Oh, Jenna is correct. Jenna gets a point, but so does John because John said the name of the perfume. Jenna said the person. Chris Meta gets the next one correct with Mariana Trench. Okay, we got a Pokemon. Which Pokemon's cry was altered due to censorship? I do not see it yet. I did not ask for extra. Which Pokemon's cry was altered due to censorship? Mario. I'm not seeing it. The correct answer, according to ChatGPT, is Jinx. All right, Jenna. Which Disney Channel movie starred Raven Simone as a fashion forward teen psychic? Toonie Loon gets it first with That's So Raven, followed by Nancy, then Zen, then Jenna P. Good grief, Jenna. You were slow with that one. All right. Next, who released the album 1989? Zenny says Swift. I'm assuming she means Taylor Swift. We'll give her a point. What percentage of Earth's surface is covered by oceans? All right. We're going to go with the closest without going over, which is also the first as well. So it's a win-win. John Selectpet says 70. The correct answer is 71%. Our final question of the evening. Who is known as the Queen of Pop? Who is known as the Queen of Pop? Jenna, that is not correct. Zenny, that is not correct. Chris, that is not correct. Toonie Loon with Madonna, the correct answer. Okay. It would be really nice if Mac would make an appearance, but he's not in here. Yeah, I don't see him. All right. Let's see here. All right. I have been streaming for over 2 hours now. I think it's a good time to end it. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out. I do appreciate it. It was a very fun stream. It was nice to go for another 2 hours. A lot of chat engagement, which I appreciate. It makes it go a lot faster. It makes it pretty awesome. I will not be streaming on Wednesday. I'll be at work. I will not be streaming on next Monday. I don't know about next Monday yet. I have not gotten my part-time schedule yet for next month. So I don't know yet. But I know this Wednesday I will not. And I don't see much opportunity for a pop-up in the near future, but we will see. So yeah, we'll have to play it by ear. And we'll see what happens. All right, let's see here. Join my stream tomorrow. I don't think I'm subscribed to you. Let me fix that right now. I was not. Subscribe. There we go. Now I got to go back and watch the replay for your last one. Can a mod put the link to Chris's stream or channel, please? He is at 29, I think it said. Subs. So let's get him some more subs. And that would be nice. Are you going to tell us who the Queen of Pop was? It was Madonna. Get better questions next time. It's tough getting questions because, like, you got to find a good source. Yeah, see, Zenny heard me. Madonna. Nancy sent him questions and answers already prepared. I like that idea, John. Nancy should do this with me. Zenny is salty. And thank you, Zenny, for dropping the link to Chris's channel. Zen, Or actually, we should direct this to Fish Family customer service. Nancy from Tennessee, have you added Chris to Fish Fam Link? Tomorrow, my stream will be focused on backup power for Fish Room. That's a good topic. I like that. I don't think, yeah, I don't think Chris is on Fish Fam Link because I don't remember getting a notification that he was live. So, since you know Storm and such, yeah, true story. True story. I bet the roads out by your way were bad. I bet your driveway was bad. That's like a hill. Um, Chris says I'm not on it. Well, no worries, Chris, because Nancy from Tennessee takes care of all customer service needs. And when she doesn't, Jenna can. Jenna's more of the tech support. And then when all else fails, Zenny can get you. And then when it gets really bad, you reach out to Matt. All right. And none of them are talking, so they're probably adding you right now. Let's give them a minute to come back and say that they added you. They're probably racing to see who can do it first. I love banana wine. I'm really just that sign that stands in the road pointing you different directions. I'm pretty useless. Oh, sad. I can't believe we don't have a response from the other two yet, though. How are they going to add me to Fish Family? They are going to go to fishfam.link to calendar, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how they do it. And then they put in your YouTube channel. Jenna is the helpful one. I just try to figure out which direction Zen is pointing. Oh, that's funny. So that means Nancy did not add you, Chris. Zen is pointing for somebody to add you. Jenna's not saying anything, so maybe she's adding you. Your channel's links are just added to a page so that if people are looking for you, they can find you. And so if you stream, your link will be sent out to the community Fishcord Discord. Does FishFam Link still have the option to say we're going to a listed event and see who else is going? That's a very good question, John. Speaking of, that's something I didn't put on my list. After evaluating travel plans and stuff like that, I do not think I'm going to go to the Killifish convention. Originally, my plan was to go to Nancy and John's Blue Bash, and then also go to the Killifish convention. However, looking at the locations and the travel plans, Nancy and John's Blue Bash is like a week after the Killifish convention. And that is way too much driving in less than a month's amount of time. Additionally, it would be entirely too much money to do both. Like we're talking over $1,000, and I don't have that kind of extra money. If there was a simple train that could get me there fast, I would do it. I would do both easily, but it's not the case, unfortunately. So I think the Blue Bash would be better and more to do than the Killy convention. So I'm gonna go to that one and miss the Killifish convention. Yeah, AKA is St. Louis, Missouri this year. And like I said, it's like right before or right after, I forget, the other event. And I just think the other event's going to be a lot bigger, a lot more to do, a lot more to see, a lot more people to hang out with. And yeah. All right. I think Jenna ditched us and did not complete the assignment. So I'm sure Zen will make sure that the task happens. And yeah. All right. I'll see y'all when I see you. I gotta play the outro. Let's see here.